Hello, welcome to Book Obsession. I'm Ashley Gunn, and this is going to be my review of Book 2 of Jay Mclean's More Than series. This is More Than Her, and it'll be Logan and Amanda's story. Just so that we're really clear, because I don't know if I said it in the first book, there are huge obstacles that these characters are going to overcome, and I am purposely leaving those out. So you're going to have a general idea of what's happening. However, you're still going to be really surprised when you read the books, because those really momentous things that happen in their lives that change the characters forever, I try not to say in my videos, because I want you guys to enjoy reading them as much as I did, and I don't know that you can do that if you already know exactly what's going to happen. So I hope you enjoy reading them, and don't worry about me taking the thrill away from it. Alright, so this is Logan and Amanda's story. Like I said, absolutely incredible. My favorite thing about this is that Jay actually broke the way that normal series are written, and she actually gave Logan 2 books. So, although, you know, Jake and Michaela are going to have 1 book, Cam and Lucy are going to have 1 book, and Dylan and Riley are going to have 1 book, Logan gets 2. And I love that Jay did that she broke that pattern. And the reason is because Logan's story just simply cannot fit into 1. So, I will tell you right now that Logan's story is one of those that's going to have more secrets than anyone else, because you don't get to know them ahead of time. That's why. So so read it, because there's a lot. Logan is a very deep character that's gone through a lot. I'm going to just say that his childhood was awful, and you're going to find out in Michaela and Jake's book, so I'm not ruining anything, that Logan is adopted. So this book specifically will tell you what happened before he was adopted. It's going to let you know what his childhood was like, how he was adopted, and then his relationship with his adopted father is going to play a big role. Actually, I think that I like Alan, his adopted father, more and more and more as the books go on. So anyways, like I said, Logan and Amanda. Logan meets Amanda, absolutely entranced by her, gets Lucy's brothers to actually help him get a date with her. They go on a date, and it's perfect. They absolutely love each other. It's one of those perfect evenings that just everything goes right. And it happens to be Logan's first date, so that even makes it cuter. This night kind of defines who they are, and it's going to change permanently the way that they act towards each other. This is the foundation for everything else, for obvious reasons. Basically, what you need to know is they go on this date, absolutely perfect, like I said. At the time, Logan was dealing with how to move on from the fact that he thought he was in love with Michaela, Jake's Michaela from book 1. And it really caused, it was the big problem when they go on this date, because that night, I believe, Michaela needs help. Then the next day, Michaela needs help because she's going through some legitimate issues. I'm not taking that away from her. But essentially, Logan realizes, how am I going to be with Amanda if I feel like this for Michaela? Instead of saying anything to Amanda, calling, texting, letting her know that he needed some time to figure some stuff out, he legitimately just never talked to her again. He did tell her he was going to call her that evening, and then just never did. So that really is the end of their relationship for all intents and purposes. There's nothing more. Until Logan's attending a party, which you're at that party in Michaela and Jake's book. And so that's why I said it's really cool the way that she's dropping hints for you to pick up in the next book. Anyways, so you're at that party, and I think that Cam realizes by the way that Logan's looking at Michaela that Logan really doesn't completely understand his feelings for her, which I think that goes back to his life before being adopted, and the way his parents treated him, and then the way his relationship with his adopted father is. I'm not really sure that he completely understands emotions and feelings as well as everyone else. So he kind of gets them a little confused, and it takes him some time, and maybe this conversation with Cam to really straighten it all out. Anyways, Cam explains to him that there's a difference between loving Michaela and being in love with Michaela, and kind of walks them through it. The example, I believe, was Lucy and Logan, and how Logan loves Lucy but not in love with her. And anyways, so once he realizes, like, oh my gosh, I'm not in love with her, I just love her, this is gonna work. And Cam even tells him, like, you know, it's about those feelings that you don't want to be away from the person, that you can't wait to spend more time with them. And so that's when Logan realizes that he really had that with Amanda, not Michaela. Goes in to find Amanda, and she's dating somebody else at the time, at that party. And so that's, again, the end of it. They're like, what do you do after that? And then they go to college. So in college, he's going to try and woo her and all of that stuff. You're going to find out what Amanda went through after that date, what her decisions and some situations that arose with her, things that happened before college, and then her life now that she's in college, and how hard she had to work because her family life's not great. So what she needed to do to get to college. The book itself is going to be about Logan trying to woo Amanda back. I don't want to tell you guys what, but something does happen. This book ends at a cliffhanger. My favorite cliffhanger I have ever read. I feel like it was purposeful and it was perfect. I've never read a cliffhanger before that I really liked. This is it. This is the one. Because something happens at the end of this book that almost shuts Logan down. The best way I can explain this is that something happens at the end of the book that makes Logan completely reevaluate everything, and then all of a sudden he makes life-changing decisions, and then boom, the book ends. If you hate cliffhangers the way I hate cliffhangers, you're still going to really appreciate this one because I think it's completely purposeful. And I'm not going to explain anything else. You guys can go to the next review if you guys want to move into what the next book will be about. But I did really like the cliffhanger. It's really perfect for this book. And again, I just want to say, if you guys have any questions or comments, you guys want to talk about what actually happened because you've read this book before, then email me, because I don't want you guys to ruin the book for everybody else. And everyone reads at their own pace or maybe hasn't read this book at all. So don't put that in the comment section. Actually, email me and we'll talk about it. All right? Thank you guys for joining me. If you want to watch the review for the next book, that's going to be uploaded to a playlist. So just subscribe and click the playlist. And if you like this review, like it. If you guys have any questions or comments, go and put those in the comment section below. And I will see you all again soon. Thank you for joining me.